So in last class we had studied increasing function and decreasing function. Okay, now let's solve some more problems on increasing and decreasing function. So what is given here is the total function is given as c equals to 20x plus 100 and the demand function is given as p equals to 300 minus 2x, wherein c is cost, p is price and x is demand. We need to find the value of x for which the total profit is increasing. So first thing is we have to calculate profit function. Okay, we have demand function and we have cost function. So using demand function and cost function, we have to find profit. Okay, we know that revenue is P into X, right? So first what we can do is calculate revenue, and from revenue we can calculate profit. I am taking profit as capital P. Okay. So how do we calculate profit? Profit can be calculated by revenue minus cost. So from total earning, suppose we are subtracting the cost of the product, what we'll get is profit of that particular product. Okay. So from whatever we are earning, we are subtracting the cost of the product, and what we'll get is profit of that particular product. So if we have revenue function and cost function, what we can do is we can calculate profit function. So revenue is nothing but P into X. P is given, that is 300 minus 2x. So 300 minus 2x multiplied by x, that is demand. So this is 300x minus 2x square. So we got revenue. We already have cost function, that is 20x plus 100. Okay. So revenue is 300x minus 2x square minus cost is 20x plus 100, right? So we can write this as minus 2x square, 300x minus 20x, so which is plus 280x, and this will be minus 100. Okay, so we can write profit function as 2x square minus 280x plus 100. Okay. Next we need to find for which value of x profit is going to increase. So given a function, when our function is increasing, a function is increasing if its first derivative is greater than 0. So we have to calculate its first derivative. So I am calculating derivative of p with respect to x. Fine. So derivative of profit of 2x square minus 280x plus 100 with respect to x. So 2 is a constant, derivative of x square is 2x. We are again using derivative of power function, that is n times x raised to power n minus 1. So 2 times x raised to power 2 minus 1, that is 1. Minus 280 is a constant, derivative of x is 1 plus derivative of 100 is 0. So what we got is 4x minus 280. Okay. Now we need to find value of x for which this will be greater than 0, for which derivative of p with respect to x is greater than 0, that is 4x minus 280 is greater than 0. We can write this as 4x is greater than 280 when x is 280 by 4. Okay. So when x will be, if I am cancelling this, will be 70, right? So if x is greater than 70, our derivative of p with respect to x is going to be greater than 0, right? So for all values of x greater than 70, profit is going to increase. Okay, profit will increase. So for all the values of x greater than 70, if demand is more than 70, profit will increase. Next problem. Now in this case, we have to find value of x for which the total cost function is decreasing. Okay, this is the cost function given. We need to find value of x for which the cost function is going to decrease. So basically, we need to find when derivative of cost function with respect to x is going to be less than 0. For which values of x it is going to be less than 0. Okay. So given C, that is 3x cube minus 36x square plus 108x plus 200. This is the cost function given, and we need to find value of x for which derivative of C with respect to x is less than 0. That is, if derivative of C with respect to x is less than 0, we can say that cost function is decreasing for those particular values of x. The first thing, we have to find derivative of C with respect to x. It is derivative of 3x cube minus 36x square plus 108x plus 200 with respect to x. Okay, so 3 is a constant. We have to find derivative of x cube, so it is 3x square. Again, same derivative of a power function is n x n minus 1. This will be 3x, 3 minus 1, 2. Minus 36, derivative of x square, 2x. 2x, 2 minus 1, that is 1. Plus 108 is a constant, derivative of x is 1, and 200 is a constant, so derivative of 200 is 0. So what we got here is 9x square minus 72x plus 108. Okay. Now we can divide this throughout by 9. So we can write this equation as x square minus 8x plus 12. Okay. Now we got derivative of C with respect to x. Now we need to find for which values of x this is less than 0. The first thing is, let's find roots of this particular quadratic equation. What is the equation? Equation is x square minus 8x plus 12 equals to 0. Okay. So one thing is, we can use quadratic formula or we can factorize this. Okay. So let's use quadratic formula. So x is minus b plus or minus b square minus 4ac by 2a. In this case, a is 1, coefficient of x square, b is minus 8, coefficient of x, and c is a constant, that is 12. So substitute, this will be minus minus plus 8 plus or minus b square, that is 8 square, 64, minus 4 into a into c, divided by 2 times a. This is 8 plus or minus 64 minus 48 by 2. This is 8 plus or minus 64 minus 48, that is 16, root 16 by 2. We can write this as 8 plus or minus 4 by 2. Okay. Further, we can write this as 8 plus 4 by 2 or 8 minus 4 by 2. 8 plus 4 by 2, 8 minus 4 by 2. So what we are getting here? 12 by 2 or 4 by 2, which is 6 or 2. Okay. So the roots what we are getting is either 6 or 2. So at 6 and 2, the function will give us 0. Okay. So we have to check for less than 2, in between 2 and 6, and more than 6. Okay. So let's start with 2, less than 2. So at 2 and at 6, where the function is going to be 0. Okay. We have to check in between this, before this and after this. So let me check for 1. What is our function? That is dc by dx is x square minus 8x plus 12. Okay. Let me check at x equals to 1. At x equals to 1, this will be 1 minus 8 into 1 plus 12, which is 7 plus 12, 90, which is greater than 0. So it is increasing for these points. Okay. Now let me check for more than 6. So let me take 7. So derivative of c with respect to x at x equals to 7. It will be 7 square minus 8 into 7 plus 12. This is 49 minus 56 plus 12. Okay, let me add this. 61 minus 56, which is 5, again which is greater than 0. Okay, so again for this it is positive, for this it is positive. So here also it is increasing, here also it is increasing. Let's check for this interval 2 to 6. Let me take 3. So derivative of c with respect to x at x equals to 3. Okay, this is 3 square. Here for your function derivative of c with respect to x is x square minus 8x plus 12. It is 3 square, 8 into 3 plus 12. This is 9, 24 plus 12, which is 9 minus 12, which is minus 3 less than 0. So for this particular interval, our function is giving us less than 0. It means function will decrease in this particular interval. Okay, you can even check for 5. Let me check for 5. So derivative of c with respect to x at x equals to 5. That is 5 square minus 8 into 5 plus 12. 5 square is 25 minus 40 plus 12. Let me add this. Okay, let's subtract this first. This is minus 15 plus 12, which is again minus 3, which is less than 0. So c is decreasing when x is in between 2 to 6. So for all the values between 2 to 6, our cost function is decreasing. So for this we have to find x. So we got x. For x in between 2 to 6, our function, that is cost function c, is decreasing.